Welcome, Taurus Gemini, to your August chakra reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers, and anyone new to my channel. Welcome, welcome. If your friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on with your chakras. I did put a chakra up earlier for those of you. I know there was like 12 watchers, but it was only 4 minutes long, so I took it down because it just wasn't long enough. So this is a bonus. Okay, talking about the solar plexus chakra, saying I can do it. Okay, so with the solar plexus chakra that is located about an inch above the belly button, this is where your internal power comes from. This is saying, this is where I want to manifest. I can do it. This is where all the strength and determination is coming from. That's what really gets you empowered to say, I can have this. And this is really going to zoom open the heart chakra so that way you can have the compassions and really getting to the desires from the sacral chakra. So I can do it. You can do anything you want to do. Really getting that determination, as long as you're keeping it, you know, grounded and realistic, right? Card coming out is visualization. Make sure that you are visualizing the intent that you want. And this is very important because we should always be able to visualize what it is we want. And when you're saying, I can do this, visualize what it is you can do. You know, it's like if you want that job and you want a job, visualize having that job, right? Really visualizing it using the third eye. Because why? Because when we're manifesting, visualization, actually, when you can see that you have it, it's like it's going to come, right? So you can visualize having it. Visualization has everything to do with keeping the intent. It's also keeping you aware of what it is that you're really truly after, right? So if I keep visualizing that I'm going to have tens more subscribers, then, you know, my intention is going to see more subscribers coming, right? If you visualize having a job, you are going to have a job, right? Because you're keeping that alive, keeping the intention alive. And even though it might take years, it doesn't mean that it goes away, right? You're just keeping the chariot going. I am present, and making sure that you understand who you are, that you can have this, and knowing exactly what it is that you want. So with the I am presence, this is making sure that you understand that you shine brightly through all that you see. Now that's interesting, it says see, because you have the visualization to see who you are, what you want, and how it's resonating with you, right? And when you are present and you realize that you are present, this allows the pure love and healing and energy of the angelic and divine to resonate within yourself, right? This is the crown chakra, so you're crowning, you're going straight from the third eye straight to the crown, saying, I know who I am. I know what I'm allowed to have. Trusting in yourself at the deeper levels of understanding, right, of what it is that you can have and fulfilling your wishes. Okay. So going straight over here to the visualization. Sensitivity, going straight to that heart chakra. Well, what did I say? Going straight from the intention, straight to the heart chakra, and then straight over here. But you're going to have this communication though coming in too. So even if communication doesn't come up with the throat chakra, on your way up the chakras, there of course is going to be communication, because you're going to communicate with yourself that you are present. You're going to communicate what it is that you're visualizing. So having this blue coming through on this chakra card, on this healing chakra card, it is showing how you're communicating with their heart for the intention, being strong, telling yourself you can do it. Well, that's communication right there. So of course there's going to be some communication. So of course your throat chakra is going to be open, and using that compassion and sensitivity towards yourself. Why? Because, well, why would you want to tell yourself you can't do it? Being sensitive is telling yourself, I have the compassion enough to know what it is that I can have, and knowing that I have the compassion and self-love to get that. If I talk down to myself, that's not going to help anything. So you want to have the sense and know what you're thinking and feeling so that you can get to what you need. This is going to actually amplify your sensitivity and heightens awareness just for yourself. So this sensitivity is more of a self-love. And yes, with visualization, you visualizing what you want and telling yourself, I can do it with that power, that strength, is actually very sensitive to you. I know it sounds weird, but it is true though, right? Because self-love is sensitivity. Giving yourself the positive feedback. Oops, these cards. Okay, I was using the wrong deck, guys, sorry. Okay, and going to the next card, I am present, is the growth. Yeah, bringing self-growth. Now you have all the chakras going on because you have the self-growth going. Just by knowing that you are present and using that sensitivity with the visualization, you're actually putting yourself through a self-growth. The self-growth is understanding the true love of yourself and understanding how you are growing and what you are doing for the self-growth. It is a self-growth period. And I love the, it's got kind of like this orangish, brownish color going on over here with the self-growth. And the self-growth over here is, I love this like kind of orangish, brownish color, because it's not just showing kind of like the sacral chakra going on in here, which we see with the moon back here. They're really using this yellows and oranges for the sacral chakra and the solar plexus. But this yellowish, brownish base here is also kind of talking about, it's more like Earth Star chakra to me. That's the way I see it. I don't really see it as orange. It could be orange, the sacral chakra, saying, yes, I have the desires and the intentions. But with this brownish tint going on inside of it, is actually saying how you're grounded to the earth, how you're using the stability and the intentions to get to what you want. With anytime you have brown coming through, you're talking about the stability, the approachability, and really grounding yourself with the genuine intentions of what you want. And really feeling like you have the comfort and dependability around you, because that's what really self-growth is doing. But like I said, and it's also kind of gold too. I don't know, I kind of see this kind of maybe gold hues in there as well. I don't know if anybody else is kind of seeing golds in here, but I am. So I'm going to bring these golds up, because gold is a very important color when it comes to also a part of the Earth Star chakra. And this gold is because it's talking about the success and the quality of the personal power, happiness, attainment, true friendship of yourself around with everyone else, plus the spirituality and the excess and self-indulgence. Whoa, I know it's a lot, right? I was like, a lot, like I just spilled that all out, right? But in seriousness, let's just take that gold that we're seeing here and really, and maybe even this border is more gold, right? Maybe some of you are like, I see kind of the, you know, the oranges and I see the browns, but maybe you're really seeing the gold. That's good though, because however you're visualizing it, however you're perceiving this border, to me, I don't care, right? Everybody's eyes see different colors. So we're going to bring up all the colors that you may be seeing. If you are seeing Taurus Gemini, if you are seeing this border as being gold, that's because you're looking for the quality, the personal power, and the success. And it doesn't matter if you do or not, because it's still here, down in this area over here, there's still gold, no matter what, right? For those of you who are seeing that brown, that's because you are feeling the stability and the dependability, right? And then for those of you who are seeing it more orange, that's because you're really looking for the warmth, the personal power again, really bringing up that self-esteem, right? And really wanting the perseverance of pleasure. Yeah. And there's just like, you know, and creativity, and with this warmth and caring piece that's going on. So I'm going to, you know, I'm just going to leave that up to you guys on how you see the border as what colors they are, because those are the three colors I see the most of. But it doesn't matter, like I said, because all those colors are inside the card anyways. But perception is hindsight 2020. So that would say, if I see these colors the most, this is because that's what your intuition wants you to see. That's what your self-growth wants you to see. And that's what your higher self is giving you to attain through the visualization and I am presence. So we will leave that there. How gorgeous is that? Because, you know, everybody else, you know, we have all the other colors in there. So, but I think the border is very important on how you're perceiving it, because that's the way your I am presence wants you to see how your self-growth is going for. What's important to each and individual person is different. And I love it. And I think that's why it's kind of open. I don't know. It feels like it's just kind of open to perspective, right? Interpretation on how, whatever color you're seeing, everybody's eyes see a different color. I think that's important. Okay. So let's clarify over here. What do we have over here? We have the green again coming out. We get a lot of heart chakra coming out, but that doesn't really surprise me. Because like I said, you know, it's the middle of all the chakras. It's the main machine that gets everything kind of really rolling. So having a lot of green is usually not that unheard of, because that's really where everything's really coming together, really opening everything up. The center core there of everything. So with the coming together over here, it's very good, because it's not just talking about coming together with other people, it's coming together with your heart and your soul. And it's really talking about this self-growth, and then of course having that sensitivity going on. And once you really feel like you're coming together with yourself, it's going to be easier for you to come together with other people, because then we can attain the compassion not only that we have towards ourselves with self-love, but we can actually exert that out into the world, to give compassion to others, and people are going to see you as more compassion, more opening, and more loving, and more sensitive towards, you know, they're going to say, well, if Taurus Gemini is so sensitive towards themselves, they're going to be sensitive towards me. Now, of course, we have to be careful of this, right? Because this is where vulnerabilities come in. I really heard the spirit just say that too. Be careful about that, you know, because when you do start opening up on the real compassionate side, do not allow other people to take advantage of you, because that's, you know, just watch that, right? Don't make barriers, of course, never do that, but just watch, and don't allow people to make you their welcome mat. I'm not your mat. You know, make sure that you are keeping healthy boundaries to keep your self-love, so that you don't have too much vulnerabilities going on where people want to try to take advantage of you. I do hear that though. And that is a huge piece though, because there's a lot of evil in the world. Not everybody is nice. And I call them energy vampires. And as soon as they see you opening up, they really want to try to move in on that. And so just be careful of that. I really have no idea where the hell that came from, but it's obviously meant for someone. So Spirit says it, so it is meant for someone. And maybe you know exactly who you are, you usually do, where you're going to say that is going to happen. because I already see it. If I make my intentions and I start visualizing and I start going through all this and I start actually being super compassionate and loving, I already know who it is who's going to try to move in on me and try to take advantage of me, because that's what they do. Right? So, but for others of you, this is just really making the commitments to yourself and allowing that real personal healing to come through, so that you can open yourself up to the things that you really truly can have. Okay, you can do it, and this is going to bring in that commitment to tell yourself that I can do this, and really allowing yourself to blossom and have the harmony that you are looking for. Okay, so this card has a lot of different reasons and a lot of different aspects going on, for so many different reasons. Kind of crazy, because it's almost like it kind of went one way, and then all of a sudden Spirit's like, but I want you to know. And that's just because there's so many people out there. So we always want to make sure that whatever we hear, make sure Spirit gets their word out. Okay, so take what resonates. What doesn't resonate, guys, throw away. It is meant for someone. And let's go ahead and go to the coming together over here. And coming together for yourself, very beautiful, with the growth is bringing in that extra courageousness and that extra everything. Right now you have that you know, that solar plexus really coming in to say, because now I can feel where I have the inner power. I feel more creative. I feel more empowered. I feel like I can, you know, take on the world, get done what I need. You know, I can do it, and I have the inner strength, the determination, and the courageousness to get to it, with the Queen of Wands, and some of you might be Leo rising. So if you are Leo rising, that's really going to pump you up a lot, right? But it doesn't have to be, right? And this is right. Now you have the self-growth. Now let's talk about that self-growth again, and being able to clearly see how you're moving, and being able to see everything and visualizing everything very clear now. So all of a sudden, once you have this inner strength of the Queen of Wands coming through with all this bumping in power, you're really going to start opening up that third eye and that crown chakra, and you're really going to be able to see, and you're going to go straight from I can see it to I know it, right? And it's really going to push together, and you're going to have this very clear view about what it is that you can do, and you're going to see that you can do it. Nothing now with the Queen of Wands is ever going to keep you back, because you're going to say, I can see it. I feel it. I can see it. So now you know that you're setting yourself on the path to where you really feel this month you need to really be. And maybe it's even setting that clear path to saying, I know I can do it. And I really can start doing it now for the near future, right? And nothing is going to keep me back, because I know who I am, and what I'm capable of doing. And I think that's really what it is really about, Taurus Gemini, is what I'm capable of doing. And I can see that I'm capable of doing this. No more wishy-washiness. No more, I'm not sure if I can have that or not. You know what I mean? No more. Now you can just persistently keep moving in the path of saying, I am capable. I understand what is good and what I can have, right? And that's really going to push you on a marker of going after that dream, and not listening to anybody else try to tell you, you can't have this, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like I said, as long as it's something that you know is attainable, okay? As I keep telling people, if you know you can't afford the Lamborghini, you're probably not going to have the Lamborghini. We have to keep things realistic, not somewhere. So, you know what I mean? I mean, if you really do believe by the time you're 80 years old, you're going to really work towards a Lamborghini, of course, work towards the Lamborghini. But if you think right now you make $20,000 a year and you're going to have a Lamborghini, keep visualizing something else, right? Because you can't even afford the insurance on that, right? But I mean, if it's something you want, like in the way future, yeah, work for that Lamborghini. Hell yeah, right? Never say die. That's what I always say. But does it mean you'll get it? I can't say that you will, and I can't say that you won't. you never know what your fortune works for you, right? But I'm talking about in the now and what's real now, right? Okay, my friends, until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.